Welcome everybody. Welcome to another SPY 155 video. That's what I've kind of coined this strategy as. It's based off of the strat. It's basically me trading SPY, setting my triggers and targets off of the 15-minute time frame and managing them off of the 5-minute time frame. I've got plenty of videos on it. This is just another example, and it's what most of you guys should be doing anyways, setting your triggers and targets on a higher time frame and managing it on something smaller in order to reduce your risk. So we're going to go through this video, and a lot of people would look at this strategy on September 1st and take the first trade that they saw, which is fine. I'm not telling you not to do that, but you're going to see what happens on the first trade, and a lot of people would say, I'm not doing it anymore. This didn't work for me. I'm out. But you have to stay consistent. And I'm not talking about just consistent with your trades. I'm talking about being consistent with the strategy that you use multiple different times, not just I tried it once, it didn't work. Because what we do here, this business that you guys are in, are looking to get into, are striving to be successful at, is based off of probability. And that's it. Because anybody can come in and press a button and be right 50% of the time. But it's when you get knocked out of that trade, how are you getting out? What are you doing to get out? How are you managing your risk? That's what separates people from just pressing a button and having an actual strategy that they follow with playing off a true probability. And that's what we're going to go through today. So we'll get started. I've already started the replay. This red bar that you see is the very first 15-minute bar of the trading day. So what I've done for ease of use is I put this blue marker here. So this blue marker shows me where the market opened. When I take these trades, the rest of this time frame continuity, and if you don't know what time frame continuity is, I have a video on it. You can search on my channel for either TFC or time frame continuity. I believe it's one of my learning tool playlists, okay? So when I trade on SPY every single day, the only thing I need in my favor are these two. I need the hourly and the daily pointing in the same direction. These ones I don't really need, but if I have them, it's more of a bonus. Just means it's higher probability that the trade's going to work out. But if I have these two, that's part of my signal, part of my rules that I follow to show me, yes, this is something I can get into. What I've done here for you guys for ease of use and for visual is I put this blue line here. So this is where the market opened, right at the top of this, right at this line. So anything above that line, my daily is going to be green. Anything below that line, my daily is going to be red. And then all I have to do is watch this hourly. So what I do is I set my triggers and my targets on the 15-minute, and then I go down to the 5-minute to see how my trades play out and to manage them. So we have a 2-up red. In this situation, I'm looking for a 2-2 reversal. 2 up red, 2 down. That becomes my trigger. This becomes my target. So I've set those, and now I can go to the 5-minute. And these are the first 3 5-minute bars of the day, which equal that first 15-minute bar. So now I just play it forward. Next 5-minute bar, I'm into the trade here. Trigger at 451.62. So my strike price on this is a 450 put. Could be a 451 put, maybe a 449, but not likely. So 451, 450, 1 to 2 strikes outside of my trigger price. So I've gone through this now. Now what I do is, and I don't have this on here yet, but let's mark this out. Now that that bar is closed, that top of that 5-minute bar becomes my stop loss, okay? Either there, or I can make this original trigger my stop loss. I tend to use this a little bit more because a lot of times we'll pump up through here and come back down. So let's use the top of that 5-minute bar. That's what we'll use on this whole video. We'll use the top of the 5-minute bars, but I'll show you a couple of examples depending on your risk management, because everybody's a little bit different. Depending on risk management, I'll show you some different ways to do it. So we go to the next bar. Now we've come through, okay? So now my stop loss gets moved down to that inside bar. You can still move it down to here, which is fine, but like I said, we'll leave them at the top of the 5s. Go to the next one. and we're out of that trade, okay? So trade number one, if you decided, hey, I'm not taking any profit here, I'm going to wait for targets or a candlestick reversal, great. You're out of the trade. You got stopped out for a very, very small loss, okay? This is a very, very small loss. You're out of the trade. And this is what I was saying. Some people might look at this and say, the strategy doesn't work. I'm not doing it anymore. But let's just play through this for the rest of the day to see how you guys would have done if you would have stayed consistent. Okay? So you come back down and now you've come back up. So now we have a 2-2 continuation, but there's no trade here because my hourly and my daily, they're both red. So I'm not taking any trades because I need these both. If I'm taking a trade to the upside, these need to be green. So I wait for a reversal back to the downside. So now I've got my inside bar. There goes my next trigger. Okay? I'm not taking it to the upside because if it triggers to the upside, my daily is still red. Okay? So we'll move this up here for now. So now I go back to the 5 because my trigger is set. My targets are all set. Okay? We go down to the 5 and we just wait for this to trigger through our yellow line. And there we go. We have our trigger. We're in the trade. Now we have our stop loss. Let's go to the next one. Now we have our next stop loss as that candle closes. Go to the next one. Now we have our next stop loss as that candle closes. Okay, so now there's two things you can do here. You can say, yeah, I'm going to put my trigger again to the top and I'll get out for a small loss if it reverses. Or I can go for an even smaller loss because theta decay is probably taking some of this off. But like I said, just for the sake of using the 5-minute candlestick reversal as our stop loss, let's use that. Go to the next candlestick. Okay, so now there's two things we can do here. Down to the 5. And now we know, guys. Now we know we're leaving this trade with profit. Absolutely. Okay? Or you can move it to that target. So you could have got out of that trade if you would have moved your stop loss to the target. You just had a successful trade. Okay? Doesn't matter if it runs further throughout the day. You got out of that trade successfully with profit. But like I said, for visual effect here and for the video, let's say, no, the 5-minute candlesticks are always going to be my stop loss. So we go to the next one. Okay, now we just move the target down. Okay? Now you're still in profit here. Very, very good trade. Now you have an inside bar. Right there. Move your stop loss down. Move your stop loss down again. We're still in this trade. We've made excellent profit on this trade. You're in this trade for at least 30% already. Okay? And we move it down again. This is the SPY 155. And there you guys. There you're out. Okay? Out of the trade. Done. Successful trade. Okay? The first one sucked. The second one was fantastic. Okay? Now we talked about in my last monthly video for September, Addicts Trades talked about this as well, about using the 1-3 setup or the Nirvana setup, which is coined by Trading Wars, Rich from Trading Wars. So shout out to him and a thank you to him for coining that and introducing me to this, as well as the inside bars. The strat just takes it a little bit further. So now we can look for a trigger here, but only to the downside. So again, we have our targets marked already. Okay, so now we just hop to the 5 and we wait for that trigger. So nothing. We've tagged it, but we haven't triggered it. There's your trigger. Okay, so now you're in the trade. Stop loss to the top of the 5-minute bar that closes. Next candle. Again, you can do two things here. You can use the top of the 5-minute candle, or you can use your trigger here. That can be your stop loss. Now your trigger or your target, your stop loss basically becomes your original trigger. Go to the next one, and there you go. Successful trade number 2 out of 3 today. So guys, if you would have said off of that first trade, screw it, I'm done, I'm not doing this, it's dumb. The next 2 trades, consistency, guys. This would have ended your day. You hit 1, 2, 3, 4 targets. Okay, so again, you can leave it at the top of the 5-minute candle that closed, or you can put it at this target, this target, this target, or you could have taken your profits at that target. Doesn't matter. Like I said, for ease of use of this video, we're just going to leave it at the top of the 5-minute candle because that's worst case scenario. Okay, worst case scenario, what you guys are getting out of this trade with. We go to the next one, move it down to there. Okay, next one, out of the trade. That's it. So the third target you got stopped out at. 2 out of 3. These 2 trades cancel out plus give you more profit than what you lost on the first trade. Let's do it all again. Okay, let's find the next 15-minute reversal for us. Okay, what do we have? 2 up, green. We're going to look for it to trend back down. That's all we're doing. I can take out these targets now because they are no good to me. And this one as well. So now we're looking for that reversal to come back down. I'm going to move this stop loss up here. So now we have our trigger set. Let's go to the 5. Let's see what happens. Do we hit it or do we not hit it? Haven't hit it. Haven't hit it. There, in the trade. Okay? Through the trigger. There goes your stop loss. Next. Out of the trade. Okay? Small loss. Didn't work for us. Here's the thing, guys. If you leave the day after, this is what happens when people get greedy. I didn't know this was going to happen. I didn't really look at this. I'm just playing through the day. You lost on the first 2, or the first one. You won on your next 2 trades. Walk away. Leave the day with profit. Okay? There's nothing saying you have to continue and sit at a screen all day. If this was me trading on Friday, I lose the first one, I get the next 2, I'm done for the day. I'm not walking into anything else. I'll take my profit. We'll see you next week. Okay? If you didn't, I'll tell you this, because your losses are so tight, so small, you're still ahead on the day. Even though this happened. Okay? So now let's look for the next setup. Went 2 up green. This is all we're doing. Go back to the 5. You look for your trigger. I got to see where I am on the 15. We're still good. So this may be a new 15-minute bar. There we go. Okay, that becomes your new trigger. Okay, we're back on the 15. That's your new trigger. So let's go down to the 5. Didn't break it. We tagged it, but we did not break it. Okay. Now let's put some new targets in. We need new targets. There's your new target. Okay. So we go to the 5. We're looking to break. We did not break. Tagged, did not break. Still did not break. Broke to the upside. Okay, so now we go back to the 15. Well, that's a little odd. Huh. All right, let's go to the next one. So there's that 1-3 setup we talked about. You could have played it into there. So we've triggered. You can move your stop loss here. I'm not sure what happened with the other one there, guys, but we're just going to go through this anyways. Now, this is a bigger stop loss for me, so I might be looking at 50% there. It depends a lot on the candlestick, so I'm just going to move this down to 50%, and we'll see how this plays out. Okay, so there's the next one. That's fine. I can move my stop loss there, go to the next one, and I'm out of the trade. And I'm okay with that. But, like I said, take your profits, guys, and walk away. Okay, so now we have another outside bar there. Let's see what happens. I'm still not above my blue line. My daily is still red. There is your trigger that you're looking for, okay? We'll go back to the 5. Where do we trigger? Right here. Okay? So stop loss went from here to here to here. You can also put it at that target, but like I said, for sake of use and ease of use and visuals, we're going to use the 5 as the stop loss. And then we go down, we just move the stop loss. And we go down and we move the stop loss. Again, guys, if you did trade all day, this trade again wiped out any of the last 2 losses that you had. Okay? Wiped them out. And you're in profit here, and now you're out. Okay? And that's it. That's how simple this stuff is. Now, we're at about an hour and a half away from the market closing here, and I'm not trading anymore, but you could still go through this if you wanted to and say, yeah, I'm looking for a reversal there. Did it happen? Nope. So then I look for a reversal there. Did it happen? Nope. So then I look for a reversal there. But again, we're running really late into the day. So that's it, guys. You very, very easily would have had a successful day. Even if you took every single one of those trades, you would have had a successful day. Me personally, lost in the first one, 2 straight wins, I'm done. At 30% each, or whatever they might be, I'm walking away. I'm taking my 40% day, my 50% day, whatever it happened to be, 20% day. 20% day is, if you can take 20% on a day, guys, it's great. And I know if you're trading only with $100, it sucks because you're saying, I only got 20 bucks off of my 100. A really good trade. You have to be patient with this. You're building a business. You are building a business. No one walks into a business and has, thousands of McDonald's restaurant chains. No one walks into a business and builds up thousands of, Taco Bells or Best Buys or, pick any Dick's Sporting Goods, whatever you want to choose. You start with one and then you build upon that because your $100 trades are eventually going to turn into $1,000 trades. And those $1,000 trades are going to net you $200. And then you're going to be able to trade with $2,000 and you're going to walk away out of the day with $400 on just 20%. You'll get there. But it's a process. It's patience. You're building something. And it's it's something that people don't really, they have a hard time comprehending because everybody wants a get rich quick scheme. And that's not what this is at all. Okay, you need to build your business. Start with a small account, grow it into a larger account, and at some point, guys, you're going to be pulling $400, $500, $600 from just a 20% trade. That's how this works. Okay, I promise you. Learn the stuff, stay with it, be consistent. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up and give me a follow because I do these videos for you guys all the time to help you learn to become more consistent, more profitable. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.